Hi, so I'm Ken Mogi again,
Mm.
and I have really wonderful two ambassadors for AIA today. And one is Nicole David, the former squash world champion. Really great to have you here. And Will Daswich, who is really a celebrity and creator of many kinds. And hello, Will.
Hey, how's it going?
Wonderful. I'm a neuroscientist and I have been studying human brain for more than 20 years now. And I can testify that, from you two, there's this sense of joy, uh,
Mm.
pleasure of life radiating from your brain. And, it's so wonderful. And I really like to pick your brain for the secret of how you do that. So, Nicole, what is your some joy in life? I mean, I know you are really great at squash, but apart from that, do you have something that people don't expect maybe from you that would actually give you a little joy in your life?
Well, apart from squash, which I love doing, and when I was competing, I get so much satisfaction and working
Yeah.
towards getting into the zone in competition. Apart from that, I love dancing. That really because I love music and I love the beat, and that takes me away from thinking about sport. But I'm just fully immersed into dancing, enjoying the feel of music, and that helps me to with energy. But when I want some downtime, what gives me so much joy as well is drawing. When I have space, whether it's traveling or when I have time by myself, I like to just either draw like doodles or maybe do some sketches, and I have my full attention in what I'm doing at that moment, and it feels great to not to have that moment where you just completely blank out from the world and then just focus on what you're doing then and just feeling the moment. So those are the three things that I love doing, and also eating. Not forgetting, I'm a Malaysian, and being a Malaysian, we love our food. So indulging in nice food with my close friends and family, that's one of the my hobbies. I feel.
Yeah, I really love to see your doodles someday because it must be really fantastic, creative. The same question for you.
I think the thing that makes me really feel alive or that just gets me in the flow state is constantly doing something new, trying something new, because that is where you learn. And I think, that's how you increase your neuroplasticity. So on the smallest scale, when I brush my teeth every day, I use my left hand because you're learning something new on the other side of your body. But on a grander scale, and everything I do through my content, through the videos I create, I think one of the easiest ways to facilitate this is to take you out of your comfort zone, to do things that you're not used to. Earlier in this year, I was able to do a lot of free diving, which I've seen a lot of free diving, but I've never actually tried it, and that was one of the most exhilarating things I've done before, but exhilarating in terms of just like finding this deep calmness within, because I was able to go underwater 100 feet, almost 100 feet, and hold my breath for over 3 minutes. And doing these things, yeah, and it's like I had no idea I can hold my breath for more than 30 seconds until doing something like this, until finding this like inner superhuman within me, which is just this calmness. Once you just learn how to breathe properly and slow everything down, your body's capable of so many things. And that's just one of the many examples. And it's just finding things like this get me in this flow state, and then sharing these experiences with my followers. That's the whole point of why I create these videos, is to kind of reciprocate everything I'm feeling, and I try to influence other people to go out and do the same thing, because this is for me what living is all about.
Well, that's really wonderful. And, well, it's quite fascinating to listen to you talk about the flow and the zone so many times. And, from neuroscientific point of view, it's achieving Nagomi, harmony with yourself, because, you're one with yourself and with your environment. And so Nico, of course, as squash world champion, you have experienced many moments of the flow and zone. Probably you can probably describe what it's like to us, maybe share your really extraordinary experience of the flow and the zone.
Well, I was very fortunate during my competition years that I had many moments of being in the zone. It's very difficult to get to that point because for me, I think it's all about the timing of your mind, your body, and what you've been practicing day in, day out, all coming together as one. And then you just go on court, literally switch off the button, and then everything goes blank. And I sometimes don't remember anything. I just sometimes just see the ball going super slow motion, and I'm just moving without thinking because I've already first visualized it day in, day out, and my mind was ready. My body has been training to do the same movement and to do exactly what I need to do at that specific moment when that ball's being hit. I know exactly 3 or 4 steps ahead of what to do next. And my legs just go, like everything just flows. And when the match finishes and you finally win that match and everything just goes like, wow, what just happened? It really feels so good. And it's very hard to replicate that each time, but I try my best to reach to that point and keep training harder, keep working very closely on my mental training and what I have to do with my body, the physical aspect, the squash technique, that how am I going to be making it so much better each time. So that was the best experience, playing on the tour and being on the top of my game, and just knowing that at some moment you just let everything go and then it just takes over. So it's hard to replicate this now in my daily life, but I like what Will does. Like you find things that just gets you in that feel, and I would love to do those, like free diving if I had to one day to experience that feeling, and it will probably be just as exhilarating for sure.
Nicole, that's quite extraordinary, and thank you for sharing your really precious experience. Will, do you have any comment to what Nicole has just said? Flow, zone, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could always be in the zone and find that flow state, but Nicole is right. Sometimes it just comes, and to build on that, that's part of, I'm constantly searching for it. That is why I'm always trying these new things, because you're so present when you're in the zone. I follow a lot of neuroscientists because I love the anatomy and breaking all this down and stuff. And I believe it's called like the delta waves, when your brain gets in delta waves. It's either alpha or delta. But yeah, it's just like what Nicole said, everything slows down. And that's when I feel the most present.
So I'm just curious, Will, where are you heading from here? I mean, of course you have achieved so many things, but what is your life's ultimate goal from here?
I mean, my life ultimate goal is just to continue doing what I'm doing and to influence other people to find their passion, to stimulate passion through seeing, the way I live my life and how I was able to do it. Because it took me 25 years, or I forget how, 20 something years to figure out what it is that I really love doing. Right. And some people it takes 30, 40, 50, even 60 years. So through my videos, I kind of just show the activities I do that lead you to one step closer to finding your purpose. Actually, to finding your Ikigai. That is actually part of everything I do. And something I've been saying from the very beginning is the only way to find what your Ikigai is, what your purpose is to continue to go out and to continue to do as many things as possible. Because a lot of people might feel like, oh, I'm not good at anything. I'm not passionate about anything. And I just think they're young. That's my answer to you. I think you're young, not necessarily in age, but in experience. And the more you do things, you will find out what you don't like. And that'll lead you one step closer to doing what you do like.
And that's wonderful. And I'm sure your videos are great inspiration for many people to find their own Ikigai. And that's great. And so, Nicole, what would be your ultimate goal in life?
Well, my ultimate goal would be now giving back to society, and especially from my experience with squash, I saw how much that I've learned from sport, and I want to give that to children. And through the Nicole David organization, I want to reach out to more children to just expose them to sport, to expose them to education. And from there, they can really be good people from the values that sport has to offer, because I know how much it has given me in my whole career, that now I know that those values will last a lifetime, and I want to give that nurturing path for these children as well through this organization, and to build a nice community for them to grow up in, and just give them that right support. So that's my goal, to see how I can really give that or inspire others to go for their dreams. And because I've lived my dream, and now I want to give something back in return, and hopefully they can see that that can happen in their own life as well. So, and in another part of just giving a voice for more women, having been in squash and doing something for the country, and it feels so empowering. And I know for a fact how Malaysian women or girls can have role models, maybe to see that they can do it too, and don't sell themselves short. And even our Malaysians who want to go and be good in anything they want to do in their life. So I hope that I can have this platform where I am right now to have that voice and stand up for what they truly believe in themselves, and just go for it. Don't hold back. Like what Will say, try everything. Just go out there and really find your Ikigai and really make it count. And don't stop yourself from doing what you truly love, because when you stop yourself, you're just not gonna give yourself a chance to do what you want to do in your life.
I learned a lot from you, two wonderful people, how to keep Ikigai and Nagomi in this difficult time. And this has been great. So I'd like to close now, but at the end, I would like to ask each of you to make a closing statement to sum it up. So, Will, would you go first?
I would say do something new every single day you never done before. You know, that has kind of been my motto since I started making my videos. That is what drove me to find my purpose eventually. We might not all have, or think we have a purpose, or think we have a passion, but it's not that you don't have it. It's just that you haven't found it. So continue to try new things, continue to do something different. If you're in lockdown, if you're in quarantine, like Nicole said earlier, there's so many things you can learn online. And that's what I did. I filled myself with knowledge through listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, and continue to be active. Like physically, exercising can get boring, right? But if you start to find all these new exercises online, like dancing, like primal exercises, bear crawls, monkey crawls, there's all this wacky stuff online, then you can start to have fun with everything because it's new and you don't get trapped in this monotonous type of routine. So yeah, continue to do new things, try new things. Simple as that.
Beautiful. Nicole?
Well, I just like to say, stay true to yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what you can or cannot do. And I think that's where you can start really living your life and trying the new things that Will has said. And everyone has a gift, or everyone has something in them that they can really explore and find out more about themselves. And so don't sell yourself short. Be honest, and go with your gut of what you truly want, and you'll find your way, and everything will feel so good when you know what you truly want to do, and no one else can stop you from doing anything that you want in your life.
That, I think, is a beautiful closing to this talk. So thank you. Thank you, Nicole. And thank you, Will. And I hope we can get together in person sometime soon. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Thanks
Thank
so
you
much,
so much.
Ken,
This
and
was
Will.
a great conversation. Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.